no, it's Sainz. You have got to be kidding me. Has Sainz stalled it? What's going on here with Sainz? Ah. Oh, this is very bad. Very, very, very bad. This is the last thing that Sainz needed. This is really and truly the last thing. I think he's just apologized on the team radio as well. It's a mistake, is it? Is this going to be a safety car? If this is a safety car, we're going to see a crazy scramble now for... We're going to see a crazy scramble here for the pit lane. If this is a safety car. Okay, here's a replay. So what happened? So far, so good. Oh. Virtual safety car at the moment. Yeah, it does. It sounds like something went on the car there, I have to say. So we have a virtual safety car. Let's get that up on the screen. Virtual safety car deployed. Leclerc is into the pits. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The plot thickens. So he's in. Will he be able to get out ahead of Russell? Russell is in the pits as well. So Russell is taking this opportunity as well. Hard tire for Leclerc and for Russell, I can tell you. Hard tire for both of those guys. Okay. Alright, Gasly, Hamilton, Vettel, Tsunoda also in the pits. There goes Hamilton. Where's he going to re-emerge? It'll be behind Ricciardo by the looks of it. Or not. Vettel has overtaken Hamilton in the pits. Now, yeah, lap 10. Lap 10. So this is ahead of where we would actually expect the tire changes to happen. Showing us a replay of Leclerc here. That was a slow stop. He only lost one position though. That was the one to Verstappen as a result. Looking at the tires, so they were saying between laps 18 and 23, that would be the pit window to go onto the hard tires. So can these guys do? Can they do 41 more laps with the hard tires with these temperatures? It's a question. It's a question. Yeah. We will find out. Yeah, if you're looking at the tracker here, Leclerc is relatively in free air now as well. I would suspect they need to make one more stop before the end of the race. And it's green flag. We're back in racing. Green flag. Brilliant. Off we go. So Perez still leads the race, but it's Verstappen in second place now, 2.3 seconds behind his teammate. Will there be team orders here? Will there be team orders? As I said, the plot thickens. The plot certainly does thicken. So let's see what happens. Let me check in on my YouTube issues. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is not working. What's going on? Is YouTube down or something? YouTube couldn't be down. That's impossible. That's impossible. YouTube could not be down. I don't know what to say here about YouTube. Now Verstappen, he's slowly but surely closing in on Perez. I don't think Perez is going to be in any rush to slow down here. He's just going to keep doing what he's been doing so far. And realistically, you can't blame him for that. You cannot. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Alright, so I'm battling away with YouTube here, trying to get everything back up and running. But it is not going so well, I have to say. Not going so well at all, at all. We may be live on YouTube again. There is a distinct possibility that we're up and running on YouTube. Possibly. If you are joining us from YouTube, apologies for all the issues that we've had. We're on lap 12 of the race though. And we've had a little bit of excitement. So, bad news first. Carlos Sainz is out of the race again. Yeah, I know. These things never seem to go away. He's always having some kind of an issue here. Perez had a very good start and took the lead from Leclerc. And Leclerc managed to hang on to second place, but he was under a lot of pressure from Verstappen. Then when Sainz, it looks like Sainz had some kind of technical issue. When he pulled off, they deployed the virtual safety car. And a lot of drivers actually took the opportunity to go for a pit stop, including Leclerc, who is now in third place, but he's on the hard tyres. Now, it was lap 10 when he pitted. He has another 41 laps to go on those tyres. I'm not convinced that's totally possible to do. You know, this is tricky. This is tricky for sure. But it is what it is. As they say, it is what it is. Now, so I've been informed that we are live and we're up and running on YouTube. So I think that's good news. Just need to check the statistics here and see that it's all. Yeah, okay, it's confirmed. It's confirmed that it's running. Brilliant. Thanks very much. I'm not sure where the technical issues came from here. Hamilton has lost out to Vettel in the pit stops, by the way, so Hamilton is now in 11th place, whilst Vettel is up into 10th. 10th place. Having big issues here doing anything with this video on YouTube. It's far from ideal. Far from ideal what's been going on. We're on board here with Vettel, and so he's going to try and get the move done on Ocon. This looks good. Oh, he's just run out of straight, so he doesn't have enough to get this one done. That's unfortunate. Vettel, he is a serious operator around this circuit. He is a serious operator around here. Really and truly, this is his circuit. Absolutely. Oh no, Vettel has run it. He's run into the runoff area. A lot of runs in that sentence. Woof. Oh, okay, he spun the car around and managed to get back out, but he nearly got taken out here by Tsunoda when he was coming back on track. Now Hamilton has gotten back 10th place as a result of that. That was the battle that he was having with Ocon. So what happened? We were on board with Vettel, so we didn't really see what Ocon did. Okay, decides to go around the outside. He's got the move more than done. I think he just overbrakes. He locks up, goes into the runoff area very fast with the swing around. Oh Jesus, the helicopter is doing a swing around as well at the same time. And on board with Tsunoda, and this is going to look insane. Oh, he's got to see Vettel just coming back onto the track. I think there's a penalty in the tea leaves here for Vettel. That you can't do that. You can't do that. You just can't. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. We have a whole bunch of cars out on the track now that have made 2 stops. At least, looking at Latifi, he's gone from medium to medium tires now. He did have a penalty as well, but I think he recognizes it's a 2-stopper at least for him. At least a 2-stopper. Yeah, Hamilton now is trying to get past Ocon, but. So he's 0.5 of a second now. This is where we need to see the relative differences in the straight line speed between the Alpine and the Mercedes. Now, DRS wide open. And it just looks like that Alpine is getting slightly away from Hamilton there. So he's not making huge ground here on the Alpine. It'll be the start-finish straight. That's the big long one. That's the one that will tell us exactly what's going on. That'll tell us now. So it will. Let me see. What do I need to do here? So, okay, it looks like YouTube is back up and running. And... alright, yeah. Let me just double check that I've optimized everything here for that. Now, Verstappen down the inside. He's gotten past Perez. Verstappen is in the lead of the race. Now is Perez going to try and fight straight back? It looks like he's trying to. So I'm not convinced this was a team order here. Yeah, swapped around. Indeed. Was that a team order? I've got to admit, I wasn't paying enough attention to see how close Verstappen was to Perez, if he was closing him down or if Perez went slower for whatever reason. But Verstappen is into the lead now. Oh yeah, now on board with Hamilton. That Alpine is just getting away from him. He's no hope on the start-finish straight of getting past this car. They are struggling for speed. His teammate Russell is in fourth, by the way. Russell has a very good record of finishing in the top 5 this season. Every single race so far, he's been in the top 5. Believe it or believe it not. But now we're going into the twisty sections. This is absolutely where the Mercedes can get closer to the likes of the Alpine. As we're going through all these corners, you see it right. He's right on his ass now, right up onto him. So I think he's going to try and get the move done here. Now or never, Lewis. Now or never. Where are they? Let me have a look at the tracker over here. Where are those guys? I can't find him. Can't find Lewis Hamilton. Why can't I find... oh, there he is. Where they'll be coming around for the start-finish straight very, very shortly. Just coming around there now. Coming up through the castle section. And we'll let them off. Off they go. There's a clean move by Verstappen on Perez. DRS wide open here. So on board with Verstappen. Closing, closing, closing. Now Slipstream and did the trick. Perez didn't fight very hard. Bayanda, very welcome to the stream. Yes, the race has started. So we're 60 laps into the race at this stage. And Sainz, it looks like he had some kind of technical issue. Originally, he appeared to go straight into the runoff area. And on the replay, it sounded like, based on the engine sounds, there was some kind of issue with the car. And that brought out a virtual safety car. And that's why we see Leclerc running in third at the moment, because Leclerc took that opportunity to pit. And he has done so. He has done so. Now, here's Hamilton again. Can he get past Ocon? No. No. Still no. Still no, unfortunately. Now, I've noticed that our lap tracker is not working. Let's see if I can fix that, at least. Try my best to fix that. No, we're definitely not in Q3 at the moment. I can confirm we're not in Q3. Okay, Formula 1 site is down again. This seems to happen every single weekend now. Live race, yeah, it's back. It's back. Alright, so one of the Red Bulls is going to be coming in now. I guess it's going to be Verstappen. Is it Verstappen is in? No, it's Perez. It's Perez, yeah, Perez is in. So will it be the hard tires? It's hard tires. Oh, there's an issue. There's an issue. No. They've messed that one up. It must have been one of the tires was slow going on. Should have a twitch there from Perez. I hope all the tires are on correctly. Now, so Leclerc's gotten past Perez. There's George Russell. So George Russell now is right on the tail of Perez. Right on his tail. see. Okay, we're missing the lap counter. Lap counter is missing. That's not what we're looking for. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, we have our Spotify, camera with the weather, and this, yeah, replay of what happened to Perez. Yeah, the mechanics are not thrilled. At least they haven't lost the position here to Russell, but Russell is close now. I think on that start finish straight though, that Mercedes has no chance of getting by. No chance at all. Not a hope. Not a hope. There we go. We should have the laps back on the screen now. Ah, yeah. There. The track temperature, 46 degrees Celsius. Here's Magnussen on what's one of the Alphas. One of the Alphas. Who's he gone past here? It's Bottas. It's Bottas. Lovely move. Ferrari engine on Ferrari engine, and he gets it done. He does indeed. He gets it done. Lovely work. Now Leclerc is 8 seconds behind Verstappen, but of course Verstappen hasn't pitted yet, so I think Leclerc will net out in the lead. I just can't imagine that Leclerc will be able to get through this without making another pit stop. Norris is going to try and get past Alonso. Rather you than me, Norris, that's for sure. Alonso is not the easiest person to get past. And there's Ricciardo. So Ricciardo really is on the tail of Norris here. So I think he had a case for... Oh, is this Hamilton? Is he getting past? Yeah, down the inside of Ocon. Hamilton has finally got the move done and he's up into 9th place. That was a nice move. So his persistence pays off here. Nicely done. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. That's exactly what we wanted to see from Lewis Hamilton. Exactly what we wanted to see. We're having a lot of issues with the stream today, so I apologize for that. Oh, here's Verstappen. Verstappen is in. So that's Leclerc into the lead of the race. Leclerc is back into the lead. Now, where's Verstappen going to come out relative to Perez? I guess he's going to come out ahead of him. Yeah, it looks pretty safe. Yeah, and there's Perez coming around in the background. So that does mean that we have Leclerc back in the lead of the race. Now, this is a little bit mixed up because obviously Leclerc had the much earlier pit stop here. Alonso is pitted as well, and so that will now give Lando Norris a little bit of space. So we'll see if Norris can pull away from his teammate, or if Ricciardo has a case that he's being slowed down here. Dust kicked up on the track there for whatever reason. Is that Gasly? That's Gasly, yeah. Gasly is very interested now in getting past Ricciardo, as you could imagine. Gasly would be very interested in getting past everybody if he could, for certain. For sure. For sure. All right. So Leclerc is back in the lead of the race. He's 13.3 seconds lead now over Verstappen. So it hasn't been the most exciting race in the world ever. Let's call a spade here. However, we've had a change of lead 1, 2, 3, 4 times already in this race. So, you know, it's all happening. It's all happening. Definitely all happening here. Definitely all happening. Now, is Norris getting away from his teammate? Lost my tracker. Let me get my timing tracker back on the screen so I can see what's happening here. They're running in relatively close proximity. I think that warm air now, especially given the temperature at the moment, is not going to help. Oh, Ricciardo, he did. Yeah, he nearly went for it. He nearly went for it. So it's 0.4 of a second now is the gap between them, but it was 1/10 at one stage. And is that Tsunoda and Vettel? It is. It is. Vettel can't get past Tsunoda on this occasion. I have a suspicion that he's going to keep trying, though. Call me crazy, but I think he's going to keep trying. On board here with Ricciardo, he certainly looks a little bit more on the pace today. Oh no, that's Leclerc. That's Leclerc. He's out of the race. His engine has just popped. Oh my goodness. This has played so well into the hands of Red Bull. That's both Ferraris out of the race. Fastest lap by Verstappen as well. Engine, yeah. Yeah, to state the obvious, Leclerc's on the radio. He's confirmed it's his engine. He's gone. Oh my goodness, I'm disappointed here. I'm disappointed. We're down to a 2-horse race, Perez versus Verstappen, and there's only going to be one winner in that situation. Oh, Ricciardo. Gasly trying to get past Ricciardo. Norris is pitted, by the way. Yeah, Gasly. He's going to push hard to get this move done. Oh, Leclerc is gone. He's out of the race. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I really can't. It's Verstappen. He's winning. Oh, Gasly is trying very, very hard. He's being very aggressive here to get past Ricciardo. He sees this as his big opportunity, I think. And so Ricciardo, unfortunately, as soon as he has clear air now, he needs to defend. Not helping. Not helping, for sure. I tell you, I'm devastated with this. Devastated. Another Ferrari engine goes pop. On board here with Leclerc coming on to start-finish straight. So far, so good. Just thinking through these corners here. You can already see the smoke. Yeah, just losing power. Yeah, he's pressing buttons like crazy there, but it's not going to work. It's another DNF for Leclerc. Just like in Spain. Just like in Spain. Oh, this is turning into a bit of a nightmare for Ferrari. They are doing their very, very best to lose this World Championship. They really are. On board with Ricciardo. Are we going to see Gasly come past here? So far, no. Oh yeah, I saw him move across the track. Gasly's got the move done. Gasly's through. He's up into 4th place for Gasly. It was going to happen sooner or later. Sooner or later. So there is another Mercedes engine car that struggles on the straight. The McLaren, that is. Struggling big time. A little bit of stunned silence here. I can't believe both Ferraris are out of the race, and it looks like both with technical issues as well. This is insane, guys. This is Tsunoda. All right, that was Tsunoda getting a move done there on Ocon. Hamilton is up into 6th, and he has pitted. Ricardo, of course, is in 5th, and he has not pitted yet, so that'll be Hamilton then into 5th. So Gasly has pitted. This is very interesting. So Gasly has pitted, and he's in 4th place, so he's having a great race as it stands at the moment. Don't mean to jinx anybody at all. But yeah, it's going well for him. It is going very well for Mr. Gasly right now. Ocon, Vettel, Zhou, 3-way battle happening here, and yeah, nobody gets past anybody at the moment. And then we have Tsunoda just ahead of them as well. Just ahead of them. That's all happening there. That Verstappen is 5.8 seconds ahead of his teammate, and yeah. Unless there is an issue for the Red Bulls, I think that will be that. And Russell has managed to stay 9 seconds behind Perez. He's thereabouts, but you know, not really in that battle. It is a foregone conclusion if there are no issues for Red Bull. I don't like these boring races when that happens, but it is what it is, and we're actually coming up to the halfway point in the race as well. You can see the stewards in the background. Let's not worry about that. I'm sure they're doing everything. Oh, this is a great camera here on board with Zhou. Helmet issue. Oh, Zhou is going to be out of the race. They told him there's a technical issue. He needs to go to the pits. Another one bites the dust. Where's he? He's running in 12th at the moment. He's not happy about this. Magnussen is in 10th, and he has already taken a pit stop as well. Vettel is 9th. We have a black dot next to Vettel's name. Why in the world do we have that? Oh, it's disappeared now. That was weird. That was weird. I have no idea what that black dot means. And we see it next to Albon now. Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye on that. And they've added something new to the dashboard. Now, Vettel will try to get past Ocon here. Oh, the buildings get in the way of our view there. Helicopter view. It's a lovely view in general. Now he's very close. Yeah, Ocon is trying to close the door there for Vettel, make him go around the outside. That's not going to work. Ooh, was there a little bit of contact there? Was there a little bit of contact? Maybe not. Maybe not. Now. He's still staying in relative close proximity here to Ocon, but it's not going to work for him on the start-finish straight once again, because it's another Mercedes-powered car. And they're struggling big time on this straight. They really are struggling on the straight. So if you're just joining us, both Ferraris out of the race, and we have an Alfa Romeo which is just about to go out of the race as well for technical issues. We don't know what happened with Sainz yet. I haven't heard what happened with Sainz, but for Leclerc, his engine, it exploded. It went pop big time. There's a lot of smoke coming out of that. He can't catch Ocon on the straight here. This is Sebastian Vettel we're looking at. On board with Vettel. Oh, he's really close. Maybe this will be his opportunity if he can get a good exit from the corner. It wasn't the best exit. He just wiggled the car slightly. Yeah, Ocon has gone over to the inside to close the door again. Surely Vettel's got the move done here. He won't get squeezed, will he? No, he's around the outside. That's a lovely move. That is a lovely move. Great work there by Vettel. I really like that. That was good. And we need to look for excitement everywhere we can at the moment, because as far as number 1 and 2 is concerned, it is done. It'll be Verstappen first, Perez second, unless they have any kind of an issue. Safety cars, of course. Safety cars can dramatically change things in races like this as well. But that Red Bull is so fast. It's so much faster than everybody else on the track right now. I don't see them having any issues whatsoever, even if a safety car does come out. It would have to be something fairly peculiar to stop them from winning this race. It's 6.6 seconds now, the gap between Verstappen and Perez, and then Russell is a further 12, let me correct myself, 12 seconds now behind Perez. Russell, of course, is running in third now. He's in the podium positions. And Gasly is in fourth. He's 21 seconds behind Russell. Ricciardo then is in fifth. He hasn't pitted yet. He's 2.8 seconds behind Gasly. Gasly did, of course, overtake him. And Ricciardo now has Hamilton for company. And that is a gap of 0.2 seconds. So they're very close. They're very close. And considering how old Ricciardo's tires are, I think he's in trouble here. He's going to get overtaken here by Hamilton. And there, as I say it, there he goes down the inside. Fairly easy move for Hamilton, but his tires are much fresher than Ricciardo's tires. Now, Ricciardo did start on hard tires, and that is the reason he's been able to run for so long in this stint without changing over. But there you have it. There you have it. Just load up there. I'm back in. Yeah, I need to get back onto Twitter and see what's going on. Let me see for the hard tires. Oh, Pirelli did not give us a prediction for the hard tires as to when they would pit. So I'm just going to have to make a guesstimation here. What lap are we on at the moment? We're on lap 27. For the medium tires, we're saying between laps 18 and 23. So for the hard tires, okay. Oh, it's going to have to be a real estimate here. Oops, what did I do? Okay, well, I guess it's around anywhere up to lap 35, I would guess. So we could see Ricciardo out for a while longer yet. Now Ricciardo is 1.2 seconds ahead of Tsunoda, who's in 7th. So yeah, there could be a little bit of danger coming his way there as well. And Tsunoda, of course, has pitted as well. But Ricciardo, he's going to be able to pull off the one-stopper here, I feel. He may even go beyond lap 35. I don't think he needs to go dramatically beyond lap 35, and he probably will be able to finish on medium tires as well. So he could have a very fast final stint. Depends where he comes out, though, on the track. And as it stands at the moment, just looking at the tracker, if I can, here on the other screen, you can of course see it above me, behind me, whatever way the perspective is. Yeah, Ricciardo on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's certainly going to lose 5 positions when he pits. Norris has just gotten past Albon and he's up into 14th. So Norris did pit, and you can see clearly, yeah, he's suffered a little bit. He's really fallen down the field, and he's just in the lower midfield pack at the moment. How's Mick Schumacher doing today? Well, not so well at all. He's 40 seconds behind Albon. Why is he 40 seconds behind Albon? And yeah, I have no idea. So Mick Schumacher has disappeared off our tracker because he has been lapped. He's been lapped, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. When you've been lapped, you disappear off the tracker. And that is that. That's the way it works. 52 degrees Celsius on the track at the moment, according to what Pirelli have said. Just seen a tweet from them. Warm. They're doing an interview with Leclerc at the moment, and this is Norris. He's going to try and get past Stroll here, and it doesn't work for him, but he's very close to him. I think it's a case of sooner rather than later. Norris needs this, and then next up for Norris will be Bottas. But Bottas is 6.4 seconds up the road. DRS open again for Norris. Will he do the inside? Yeah, he's going to try down the inside here on Stroll. Looks like he's got the move done. Yeah, he gets through that corner nicely. No lockups or anything. That was clean. That was a clean move. So off he goes now. And Bottas, as I said, is 6.5 seconds up the road. Although he looks much closer when you see it on the TV screen. No, that's surely a lapped car. Something weird going on there. That's either Ocon or Alonso, and neither of those are lapped. It's because we switched. We're on board now looking at Magnussen, and Magnussen is 0.5 of a second behind Ocon. And now this time we are dealing with a Ferrari engine versus a Renault/Alpine engine. So there's a possibility Magnussen will get this done on the start-finish, and he's just coming around now to the start-finish straight. DRS should open any second now. Let's see. He's too far in the distance. DRS, yeah, it's open. It's open. Here he comes. Can he get the move done? He's closing. Oh, he's not closing enough. No, he won't be able to get that move done. And it looks like he actually had to brake earlier than Ocon as well. And that hasn't worked too well for him. Okay, Hamilton on team radio saying his back is killing him, and that's because of all the porpoising that Mercedes is doing on the straight. It is aggressive. It's aggressive. You could almost feel the motion sickness when they go on board with the car. But that's a tough one there for Hamilton. So the battle continues between Magnussen and Ocon. He's still very close here, but he can't get the move done yet.
Wake me from this dream I'm in. I need to get in closer to you. I swear you might succeed. Oh baby, I've been waiting for you. Now we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step.
Now they're coming around to the start finish again, and this is the very long straight. Now I call this a straight. There are some corners in this, but it's basically flat out as far as I can tell for the drivers here, if they do it right. So yeah, now let's see what they're made out of. "29 laps old." So Ricardo's tires are the ones he used from the start, so he has the oldest tires. Ocon also looks like Ocon and Bottas and Stroll all started on the hard tire as well, so they've been running for quite a stint now. Yeah, that's interesting. So none of those guys have pitted just yet. They will be pitting at some point, and as I said, they'll be going onto the medium tire more than likely. Interesting back and forth there with the Red Bull team. Not really sure what they were talking about, but Verstappen was questioning something and they told him that he knows exactly what it's like to win around here. And yeah, I guess he does. Well, Verstappen has won a lot of races and will win a lot of races in the future. I've no doubt about that whatsoever. Baku winners, you can see they're on the screen at the moment. Ricardo over here. Oh, they're gone. Oh, they'll come around again. Not to worry. There now, there's a replay of Hamilton. He's bouncing like crazy. Interestingly, Hamilton is the one complaining. We haven't heard anything from George Russell yet. And he's running in third place, so he's running on the podium. I think the bigger issue, the thing that is going to be hurting Hamilton the most here is the fact that he's being beaten by his teammate. That is an issue. That is one heck of an issue, actually. Let's put it that way. This is on board with Norris, and he's true. Yeah, he's past Bottas. So he did close down those 6.5 seconds really fast, actually. There on Bottas, so he did it. He definitely did it. Alright, so he's true. So that puts Norris up into 12th. Let's do a quick run through on the position. So we have Latifi now, who's running in last place in 17th. Of course, Sainz, Leclerc and Guan Yu Zhou are out of the race. Then we've Mick Schumacher running in 16th. We have Lance Stroll in 15th. Albon is 14th. Bottas is in 13th. Then in 12th we have Norris, Magnussen 11th, and Ocon is in the final points position in 10th place. Then Ocon's teammate Alonso is in 9th. We've Vettel in 8th, Tsunoda in 7th, Ricciardo is in 6th, Hamilton 5th, Gasly 4th, Russell is in 3rd, Perez 2nd, and Max Verstappen is in 1st place as it stands at the moment. 1st place. Now we're on board here with Magnussen. Magnussen is still trying to get past Ocon. He just can't get close enough here. He can't get close enough. Not working for him, I'm afraid. It's just not working for him. He's been trying now for a number of laps. There he is with DRS open again. I don't think this Haas is excellent in the corners. Not in the way that the Mercedes or Red Bull would be. But yeah, he's pushing here. He's trying. Now, can he get the overtake done into this corner is the question. No. Nope. Not working. And in the meantime, here comes Norris. So Norris looks pretty solid. I know he was hurting after that pit stop because he fell dramatically down the field, but he's making his way back into the points slowly but surely. And towards the end, when we have all these guys who need to make their pit stops, you know, the one stopper or the guys who started on the hard tires, he could make up a few more positions. He could also, of course, come under incredible strain from those tires, the medium tires. Magnussen has slowed down. Oh no. Magnussen has slowed down. Is that another Ferrari engine gone? There's no smoke coming out of the car, but he's definitely lost drive. Pulled in. They've told him to stop the car. So there's definitely some kind of issue here with the car. Stopped with yellow flags at the moment. Still a yellow flag. We don't really know what has happened here. Is it a virtual safety car again? Sounds like that's the power unit they're saying. Yeah, the virtual safety car has been deployed, and this is Verstappen is in for a pit stop. Verstappen has pitted. And is Perez coming in? Yeah, Perez is in as well. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it looks well. Mercedes mechanics are out on the pit lane as well. Perez got away. Okay, 4.4 seconds. Not crazy fast again. Not crazy fast again. And has Russell come in? Is this Russell? Yeah, Russell is into the pits as well. Now, will Gasly pit? There's the question. So it's a hard tyre, by the way, for Verstappen and Perez. And Russell is away. That's a hard tyre as well. So he's going for the hard tyre until the end of the race. And, oh, here comes... Is this Gasly coming around here now? No, it's not Gasly. It's one of the back markers. So he has a good gap on... He has a good gap on Hamilton and Gasly. Hamilton has pitted as well, by the way. And so Hamilton is coming out of the pits now. Here he comes around that corner and off he goes. And he will be ahead of Vettel by the looks of it. Yes. It's ahead of Vettel. It looks like they're going so slow here with this virtual safety car. That should be enough though for Red Bull, and as long as they don't have any power unit or overheating issues, then they are good to the end of this race. Did Ricciardo pit? Looks like Ricciardo might have pitted. Oh yeah, Ricciardo certainly did pit. Did he break the speed limit coming into the pit lane though? He hit the brakes very hard there. So Ricciardo has pitted and he's come out ahead of Norris. He's 5 seconds ahead of Norris. 5 seconds ahead there. Okay. Magnussen's car is being pushed away there by the stewards. I think it's almost good enough. We're probably going to have a green flag. Oh, now there's a lot of smoke coming out of the car now, so certainly is an engine overheating issue. They're just showing a replay of Magnussen jumping out of the car. The car starts to get away from him, and he had to call for the stewards to come and help him there with that one. But oh, big lock up there for Yuki Tsunoda. What is going on? Green flag, green flag. We're back underway again. We're back up and racing. Here we go. Let me turn off this annoying virtual safety car. All right. So in the midst of all of this, the top three stopped again. Verstappen, Perez, Russell. So they have put on fresh hard tyres, and they're going all the way to the end of the race now on those tyres. Gasly didn't pit. Tsunoda didn't pit either. And then Hamilton did pit for more hard tyres. So Hamilton's in 6th. So he has Tsunoda and Gasly now just ahead of him. And oh, well, does he though? Does he? He has Tsunoda just ahead of him, yes. That is given. He has Tsunoda just ahead of him. But Gasly is 10 seconds further up the road. Okay, that explains it. I couldn't understand how Hamilton would be able to make a pit stop and gain time on Gasly at the same time. So he didn't gain time on Gasly, obviously. He did benefit from a much shorter pit stop, though. But he should be able to make short work here of Tsunoda. Just not convinced it'll be the start-finish straight that he does it on. Time will tell here. Time will tell. Here we are now. Yeah, lovely camera on board here with Tsunoda looking down towards Hamilton. Now it's switched over to the Hamilton onboard camera. 0.4 of a second. It was much less than 0.4 of a second. He's very close here. Hamilton is very close. He's taken the inside line into the first corner. He brakes later. He's got the move done. Very nice. Very nice. With those tires, give him such an advantage as well. There's a good move. The Mercedes ain't quick in the straight. So that goes to show you how much of an advantage Hamilton had with the tires there. It's a good move though. It puts Hamilton up into 5th place. And all of a sudden, Hamilton has Gasly 10 seconds ahead of him. We have 15 laps left in the race. Gasly's tyres won't be doing so well at this point. No, they won't. Indeed, they won't. Good opportunity here for Lewis Hamilton. Russell, he's in 3rd. He's 32 seconds now behind Perez. Behind the lead, I should say. So he's 20 seconds behind Perez. So no, he's not going to be challenging for 1st or 2nd unless something happens to those Red Bulls. And as it stands at the moment, I don't see that happening. I definitely don't. Not a hope. Perez has just taken the fastest lap of the race. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda's rear wing has broken. Alright, yeah, it's split in half. And then when the DRS closes again, it comes back down. But when DRS opens, it's only half the wing that opens. I wonder what kind of weird aero effects that will have on the car. I really, really wonder. Now, here we are. Verstappen, number 1, coming around. No pressure at all for him. 13.9, 14 seconds now ahead of his teammate who's in 2nd place. Now, where it gets interesting, of course, if you're looking for any kind of interest at all in what's happening here, Verstappen needs to set the fastest lap of the race to get that point, and his teammate has it at the moment, so he'll probably push for that. He's on fresh hard tires. Very important actually for Verstappen, I think, to be on fresh hard tires after what happened to him last year as well, with that tire exploding coming down the start-finish straight, so I'm sure that sticks in his memory. I'm sure it does stick in his memory. Let me see what I can do about this. There we go. There we go. Oh, they've made Tsunoda pit because of this. He has a black and orange flag because of his broken rear wing. I'm not sure they're going to be able to fix this. I think Tsunoda might be out of the race. We'll see now as soon as he comes into the pits. But this is not looking good for Yuki Tsunoda. Not at all. This is Perez we're actually on board with now.
Look at where we are now, baby. Only blue skies ahead.
Interesting stat. Yeah, they're just saying that if Perez finishes in second place here, he's going to be ahead of Leclerc in the World Championships. Of course, Verstappen is going to extend his lead as well because Verstappen's ahead of Perez. So it's all very one-horse race at the moment, thanks to Ferrari, who've made it very easy for Red Bull. Very, very easy indeed. I can't tell you how disappointed I am about what they have done here, or not done, as the case may be. It's a Red Bull show. It's the Red Bull show, that is for certain. Now, is Tsunoda coming into the pits? Yeah, there he is. He's heading in. And there's Hamilton. 307 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. Now, here's Tsunoda in the pits. What are they going to do with this car? I think the duct tape. Tires changed. Yeah, duct tape it is. You're going to need a few more strips of that, lads. Get that on there. Gorilla tape. Go on. Okay, well. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, no DRS, they told him. So they're disabling DRS in a bid to keep this wing intact. And look, actually they've taped the DRS shut, so they really and truly made sure it's just not going to work. Interesting. Now that's definitely going to have an aerodynamic impact, not because he's missing DRS. You can see, yeah, you see it try to open DRS just there, but because we have a whole bunch of tape going down through the slit as well. So, Vettel now is right on the tail of Tsunoda. This is Stroll actually. That's because Tsunoda has dropped so far down the order. He's in 13th now, so he's really down with the back markers like Stroll. And one of the Red Bulls as well, but that's obviously a Red Bull coming around to lap everyone. Coming around to lap everyone in close proximity. And yeah, I'm on uber paranoia at the moment because we had huge difficulties with the stream starting. It just wouldn't start properly today. I think we started off fine on Facebook and Twitch, but YouTube just did not start, so I just keep checking to make sure we're still live. But yeah, we've clearly struggled as a result of that. But sometimes these are the things that happen. Just have a quick look at Twitter to see if there's anything new. Oh, Vettel's into 6th. Vettel is in 6th now. He's gone for 31 laps on those hard tires, so he's another 11 laps to go on those. They're telling Verstappen to mind his tires on the left-hand side. A lot of pictures here on Twitter of the rear wing for Tsunoda. You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I have been guilty of using duct tape myself in the past. Not on a Formula 1 car, obviously, but just to get the job done, and that's very much what AlphaTauri have done here. And if in doubt, duct tape. Well, this is coming from the official Formula 1 Twitter page. There you go. Verstappen has just been told not to use DRS, so he's not going to get the fastest lap. He's not going to get the fastest lap in that case. What is going on with DRS? So is this linked to the AlphaTauri issue that they're now wanting to be extra careful, or is there also an issue now for Verstappen? I have no idea. No idea at all. But let's keep going here. All right. So Latifi is in last. Norris Team Radio. And now he's complaining about being stuck behind Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo is on medium tires, so he should be going a little bit faster. Although I think those tires will probably drop away. Now, it's a gap of 2.7 seconds. So I'm not convinced Norris has any right to be complaining yet. You know, get within a second of your teammate and then get on the radio and complain. At the moment, forget about it. What are you talking about? Forget about it. Go on, Lando. Use your head here. Lando Norris. Lando Norris. Well, that's really random. I'm just looking on my phone. I have a whole bunch of notifications from the Premier League app. I thought the Premier League was over, guys, but whatever. Yuki Tsunoda is on the soft tire, by the way. First car today I've seen on soft tires. Those, of course, are the real definition of Swiss cheese tires, but we shall see if he's able to make any ground. Where is he sitting at the moment? So he's in 13th. He's the last car that hasn't been lapped, and he is 5 seconds now behind Albon. 5.3. That gap seems to be getting bigger as well, you know. Anyhow, Latifi is 30 seconds behind Mick Schumacher, and he is in 16th place, which is now currently last place. Mick Schumacher is having an awful weekend, I have to say. Now, I know he's trying to be very careful and not crash the car and everything else, and that's great, but he's not the only driver in the world who has to figure out how to be fast and not crash the car all at the same time. So it's not like he has a unique situation here, so that just makes him slow, unfortunately. He's 20 seconds behind Lance Stroll, who's in 14th. Stroll then is he is 6 seconds behind Tsunoda. Tsunoda is 5.2 seconds behind Albon. Albon is in 12th. He's 2.7 seconds behind Bottas. Bottas in 11th is 9.1 seconds behind Ocon in 10th. Ocon 10.8 seconds behind Norris. Norris now is 2.0 seconds, so just over 2 seconds behind his teammate Ricciardo. Ricciardo in turn is 2.1 seconds behind Alonso in 7th. So Alonso is in 7th. He's 6.6 seconds behind Vettel. And Vettel is 9.4 seconds behind Hamilton. Oh, wouldn't you love to see Vettel catch up to Hamilton and then for a safety car to come out and Vettel to lose his head and tap into Hamilton's car just to relive old times. Hamilton is 0.3 of a second behind Gasly, and this is the battle for 4th place. So I think Hamilton will have to get this move done somehow or another. So he's battling hard here. Gasly is not giving him any space, as you would imagine, to get the move done. Great battle, actually. We'll concentrate on this in a second. So it's 0.3 of a second. Russell is let me see, he's 21 seconds. Can't see. Let me look at the other screen. Russell is 21 seconds behind. He's 21. He's 20 seconds. 21 seconds now. It's changed. Believe me. He's 21 seconds now behind. Gasly is 21 seconds behind Russell. Russell is 21 seconds behind Perez. Perez is 16 seconds behind Verstappen. And now we're back to the battle between Gasly and Hamilton at 0.6 of a second. And we'll be coming around now for the start-finish straight very, very soon. As I keep saying this entire race, this is theoretically where the Mercedes really struggles. Umar has joined us. Hello, Umar. How are you? Do you think that Max has been again given an advantage? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I didn't notice him closing in on Perez, and this was the part that caught me out by surprise a little bit. Perez had a gap of about 6 seconds. I would say, Hamilton's trying around the outside. That won't work. So Perez had a gap of about 6 seconds after the first pit stops over Verstappen. And for whatever reason, Verstappen did close the door. Perez didn't seem to be going slower on purpose. And he didn't move out of the way on purpose either. There's Hamilton. He's true. Hamilton is into 4th place. He's gotten past Gasly. He gets the move done. That's the corner for Hamilton. He likes that one. Latifi is under investigation for ignoring blue flags. I think they should just pull Latifi out of the race. Yeah, Umar, coming back to your question, it doesn't look like Perez was told to let Verstappen through. Verstappen was just faster, and you can see by the fact that Perez just hasn't been consistent as Verstappen. He hasn't stuck with Verstappen. That's the main thing I would look for when team orders are involved. He's nearly 18 seconds behind his teammate. He does have the fastest lap, so he does have speed when he needs it, but he hasn't been able to live with Verstappen. So I think genuinely Verstappen has just outraced Perez on this occasion. It's happened in the past, so I suppose we should have expected that. Now they're showing us a replay, painful replays here. Carlos Sainz, lap 9, out of the race, hydraulic issue, we're being told. And then lap 20, there's Charles Leclerc, entire engine pop, big explosion, lots of smoke coming out of that. He's peeved, to put it nicely. He's peeved, and Ferrari, and of course we also have the Ferrari powered Kevin Magnussen car out of the race, and not that that's the name of the team, the Haas team. And also Ferrari powered Alfa Romeo, so Guan Yu Zhou, also out of the race. Ferrari are having a mare here. They're having a mare. And so there are a few Ferrari engines still running. So we Bottas and Mick Schumacher still running. All right, very frank and open conversation here on the team radio with McLaren and Norris. So they have told Norris that they're going to allow Ricciardo to attack Alonso. If Ricciardo cannot get past Alonso, then Norris can go through. If Norris cannot get past Alonso, he has to give the position back to Ricciardo. So that's very clear. Now, the only issue I have with this is there are only 5 laps left in the race. Ricciardo's doing okay here. He's 1.4 seconds. Sorry, 1.4 seconds now behind Alonso. What happened to Zhou and Magnussen? Magnussen certainly was overheating. He had to pull in to the side of the track, and the Haas team came on the radio, told him to switch off the car, and then we saw a lot of smoke coming out of the car. And for Zhou, we just heard the team radio where they told him that he needs to box and that they have to retire the car. So they clearly saw some kind of issue on the telemetry there. I would assume it's something linked to overheating and engine issues as well. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but it does seem like those Ferrari powered cars are really struggling in this heat. And we're going to have hot races throughout this season, so this is something Ferrari really need to work on. Of course, it was the Spanish Grand Prix, wasn't it, where Leclerc didn't finish as well. So we have Red Bull 1 and 2 and Mercedes 3 and 4, and Tsunoda was doing really well until he had his DRS issue, so he's down in 13th now. We could have very easily had 5th and 6th for the AlphaTauris as well. But he always runs well at this circuit, and the Aston Martin looks like a bit of a pig of a car this year, and he's doing really well. Look, he's doing really well to put himself in 6th place. He's 7.6 seconds behind Gasly, and he's in turn 5.8 seconds ahead of Alonso. So he looks pretty solid actually for that sixth place, and you know, we can only hope that I'm not jinxing him by saying any of this. But it looks like it's going to be Verstappen's race, to be perfectly honest with you, barring any disasters at this point in time. Any disasters, I'm going to head back over to Twitter in a second to see what's going on in the world of social media. If there's anything interesting, any cool reactions on board here, Max Verstappen, he got really close to the wall there coming through the castle section. I know technically he always does, but that just caught my eye. Verstappen has been told not to use DRS as well. No idea what the reason is behind that, but that probably means he won't be able to get the fastest lap because his teammate has it at the moment. And without DRS, you'd want to be running very much on fumes and on a softer tire set more than likely. Hamilton team radio. He says his seat has gone cold. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I would have assumed that if the seat got really, really hot, it would be worse, but... Hamilton is 24 seconds behind his teammate, by the way. Just need to put that out. Russell is giving him a whipping this year. He really is. I don't think anybody can deny this. And Verstappen, Verstappen's been given a good run by Perez this year as well, but you have to feel that he's got the measure of Perez still, though. He does have the measure of Perez. Stroll. Stroll is out of the race. This is a team radio, so they've pitted Lance Stroll because of severe oscillations to the car. I guess that's porpoising. But they're implying it's actually worse than they would have expected, and they don't know what the reason is for that. So for safety reasons, they're retiring the car. And then we have Hamilton complaining about his seat going cold. I don't know if his seat has gone cold or if he just has like a no mass. No complaints from Russell though. Russell running in third place at the moment and running in the podium positions. Ricardo team radio. Okay. They're McLaren are telling Alonso, they're telling Ricardo to keep Alonso under pressure for the rest of the race. So we have, to answer your question, we have 2 laps left. We're on lap 49 of 51. So 51, yeah, 2 laps left. You just never know what can happen. You absolutely have to keep pressuring cars until the end because the tires can fall away. They can lock up a tire, they can run wide. Not too many opportunities to run wide at a street circuit, albeit. And Norris is closing in then on his teammate, 1.3 seconds behind his teammate. So I'm sure Norris really wants to get past Ricardo as well. But this is as it stands at the moment, this is a genuine victory for Ricardo over his teammate. Nothing unusual. I guess the safety car, the virtual safety car, has helped Ricardo a little bit because he had an opportune moment to pit. But all in all, it's been a better race from Ricardo, and I really hope he can take some momentum from this and bring this into the next few races. I think next weekend actually we have the Canadian Grand Prix. We do. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell as well to be notified. And if you're on Facebook, do like the page, like the video, give us a reaction, give us a surprise reaction. I don't know, do they have a surprise reaction? Give us a heart reaction. That's the one we want. Thumbs up reaction. You can tell I'm good at Facebook. I Facebook good, or not so much, as the case may be. Coming up now to lap 50, yeah. Verstappen just starting lap 50 now. Very interestingly, actually, if you look at the tracker, you can see that Leclerc and Zhou are still on it. Yeah, Verstappen is he's still a little bit worried about the car. He's reporting though that everything seems to be running okay on the car. And yeah, not Ocon, sorry, getting all my names confused here. Norris now is even closer again to his teammate. 1 second now. It's 1 second. I hope there isn't a team order here to let Norris through. That would really kick Ricardo. Talk about kicking a dog when he's down. That would not be good. Not good at all. But yeah, let's see how that one goes. Small bit of a lock up there from Norris, or else he just ran through a dusty section. It's hard to tell from that angle. And he is now, let's see, it's 1.1 seconds. ET Ranger, hey, good to have you on board. Yeah, Ferrari, where do we begin? It's all about the engines. Okay, yeah, McLaren have been told that they're going to hold position. Norris won't be happy, but he wasn't that close to his teammate as it stands. Yeah, the Ferraris. So about lap 9, I think it was, there was a bit of a failure on Sainz's car. I think it was the turbo, they said. There was a turbo failure or a hydraulics failure. And then on lap 20, Leclerc was leading the race, actually, and his engine went pop. All the smoke coming out of it. So he had a big engine failure. And we've also seen something similar happen to Magnussen. Had overheating his car, or a lot of smoke started to come out of the inlets on that one when he pulled over. And Guan Yu Zhou has also had to pit and retire the car, and we believe that's also engine related. So it's very, very worrying for the Ferrari engines that they're all having issues. I can tell you, this is not good for the championship. Not good for the championship. So we have Verstappen is going to win this race. We're on the final lap, by the way. Verstappen is going to win this race. And Perez will come in second. Perez will now move into second place in the championship, ahead of Verstappen. Sorry, ahead of Leclerc, not Verstappen. I just noticed our tracker has stopped running for a strange reason. I think Formula One switches off after the race ends, and so because we have a slight lag here. But yeah, we're just watching now. Verstappen will be coming around to get the checkered flag. And is Norris really going to try and make a move on Ricardo? He's been told not to. Is his DRS wide open? He's putting the pressure on here. Of course, yeah, I was wondering how Verstappen hasn't gone over the start-finish straight yet, with those guys running like that. But here he comes now, so he's almost a lap up on those McLarens, and Max Verstappen wins the race. And we saw that coming a long way away, I have to say. We saw that one coming. No surprise at all that Verstappen has won Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Perez is second. And fastest lap as it stands at the moment is going to Perez. So he gets the bonus point, and not Verstappen. Yeah. So we're still looking here at the McLaren battle. They've been... Oh, Russell has finished in third place, by the way. So a podium finish for George Russell. Good result for him. And has Hamilton finished? Oh yes, our tracker is back up and running. No idea what happened to it there for a second. So Hamilton will be coming across now to finish in fourth place. That's an okay result for Lewis Hamilton. I think he'd have taken it before the race. Obviously, finishing behind his teammate is not so good for him. And now, yeah, we're looking at this battle again between the McLarens, and they're coming down the start-finish. Vettel finishes in 6th. Alonso's going to be in 7th. Yellow flag in Sector 1. What the heck's gone on here? Norris went for it. He went for it. I think he was just trying to prove a point more than anything else. Yellow flag could very well just be stewards out waving their flags as well, because the race has finished. And that's it. Ocon comes across the start finish straight as well for 10th place. Done. We're done. Some of the lap cars, yeah, well, they've been lapped. They're finished. It's Verstappen team radio. Let me just listen to this. Yeah, was that a good race or was that a good race? He asks the team. Yeah, it was a good race, Max. It was a good race. Well controlled. It's a shame you couldn't battle with the Ferraris, though. Because Leclerc was winning the race before he went out, yet again, just like the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. That is. I don't have the standings at the moment. I don't think anything too dramatic is going to happen in the standings as a result of this, apart from Perez taking 2nd place in the championship. Wow. So, Perez and Verstappen battling for the World Championship as it stands right now. As it stands. That is insane. Insane in the membrane. All right. Let me just update this a little bit. So the race winner is confirmed as Max Verstappen. And I had been promising to go back onto Twitter some time ago. And yeah, massive title blow for Ferrari. Captain Obvious. Max Verstappen wins. Position 8 and 9 for McLaren. Red Bull 1-2. They're very happy with that, as you could imagine. Double points finish as well for Alpine. Alonso in 7th. Ocon in 10th place. George Russell 3rd place. We have Gasly. Of course, he finished in P5. A strong result for the Alpha Tauri. Almost said Romeo. Alpha Tauri car. And yeah, Autosport showing us a lot of pictures, most notably the one right in the center of that engine exploding on Leclerc's car. So let's do a very quick rundown then of where we finished. So the cars not classified: Sainz, Leclerc, Zhou, Magnussen and Stroll, all DNFs. Then 15th place, the final runner in the race, was Latifi. 14th was Schumacher, 13th Tsunoda, 12th Albon, 11th Bottas. Just outside the points there for Bottas, a little bit disappointing for him. And then getting into the points in 10th place with 1 point with Ocon. Norris is in 9th, Ricciardo 8th. So Ricciardo does beat his teammate for the first time in I don't know how long. Alonso is 7th, Vettel is 6th, Gasly 5th, Hamilton 4th, Russell 3rd, Perez 2nd with the fastest lap. Although he finished 20 seconds behind his teammate, and Verstappen wins it and extends his lead on top of the World Championship. And now in saying that, I am going to see if I can hunt down the standings where we are. As I said, I don't expect anything too substantial apart from the fact that Perez has moved into 2nd place in the championship. Are we up to date? We are up to date. We're up to date. So yeah, Max Verstappen now is in 1st place. He's on 150 points. And then Sergio Perez is in 2nd on 129 points. So he is a grand total of 21 points behind his teammate. So it's not quite a race win in points. So it's 1 DNF for Verstappen, and Perez is back in the mix, theoretically. Leclerc then drops to 3rd. He's on 116 points. So now he's over. He has 34 points now between himself and Verstappen. Russell is in 4th on 99 points. Carlos Sainz is on 5th on 83 points. Lewis Hamilton 6th on 62 points. Then we have Norris in 7th on 50 points. Bottas in 8th on 40 points. Ocon is then in 9th on 31 points. Gasly is in 10th on 16 points. And we also have Alonso in 11th, who's also on 16 points. Magnussen's on 15. Ricardo's on 15. Vettel is on 13 points. Yuki Tsunoda is on 11 points. Alex Albon in 16th is on 3 points. Lance Stroll has 2 points in 17th. And Guan Yu Zhou has 1 point. And he's in 18th place. And then we have Schumacher, Hülkenberg. Schumacher, Hülkenberg and Latifi all with no points so far in the championship this year. And I have to say, for all of those drivers, the most disappointing there has to be Schumacher, because that Haas has been very strong, especially in the earlier races in the season. But that's what it is. It is what it is. So at this point, I just want to say thank you very much for joining us. It's great to have you along. I apologize profusely for the issues that we had with the stream earlier on. No idea what happened there, but YouTube just didn't start, and we were well into the race before I got that up and running, and obviously it seems to have impacted everything. But thank you very much for joining us. We have the Canadian Grand Prix next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. That's usually a good race. And have a great week ahead, and we will see you soon. Also, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell as well if you want to be notified, whatever the equivalent is on Twitch and on Facebook. I just, I can't keep on top of these things. Thanks for joining us.